Get live at IKE DIAZ. It goes down. Make sure you check me out. Shout out to Vlad Brad and shout out to Michelle Auger. They did their podcast last night. I was just listening to parts of them. It's pretty cool. Right on, guys. I appreciate it. Shout out to Vlad Brad and shout out to Michelle Auger. I always leave that on so I can make sure that it sounds right. I was just listening to parts of them. It's pretty cool. Right on, guys. I appreciate it. We're coming in live, guys. That's the crazy thing. It has the little echo when it comes back on. I could do like that's like recording in the studio. You can do some throwbacks and some it's funny, man. Why is that like delay like that? Why am I having that delay? That's crazy. Like, oh, I know what it is. It has to be this right here. I left this on this time. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Okay, I figured it out. My bad. Hey guys, how you doing? I know this is a good morning one to everybody. Good morning. I usually don't go on this live. I actually had fell asleep last night kind of early, and I woke up. I usually wake up about 5 in the morning. I woke up early today, so I was like, shoot, I'll just go on. And I didn't go on last week because I did a Facebook Live, which I'm going to talk about, which I'm kind of upset about because it has so many views, and now they really changed Facebook Live. Like it's all different now. It's totally different. Look at the Bohemian Grove, and I went to go watch that movie because I saw my daughter went to go watch it. She posted it on Facebook. My middle daughter, she went to go watch Bohemian Grove. I guess I have to put that in the title since I was talking about it. I actually was telling people I'll go see it twice. My buddy's like, we've seen all the movies here because we go to the movies. And I was like, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? I'll go see Bohemian Grove again. It doesn't matter. I just like watching the history on like these guys and how they were just they were puppets. You know, like I know the people who listen to me regularly, they're gonna understand what I'm saying. People who just pop in, you have to kind of listen to my little leeway into how this all began. You know what I'm saying? First of all, I want to let everybody know about the podcasting. KBLP LLC. You want to go by and you want to check out what I just saw was Vlad Brad's podcast hit the trending thing on YouTube, which was pretty cool. I'm pretty excited. That's how easy it is to sign into. You don't have to put no information, and you're in. I'm in as Ike Lee because I didn't sign into my regular page. I'm in the promotion page. So boom, that's it. Boom, that's it. And then come over here to comments. What I had saw was, so check this out. Real talk with Vlad Brad. He gets down. He talks about all kinds of stuff. He's pretty. He does a really good show. It just went on tonight. So as the week, it's funny the way this works. As the week goes, the numbers build up. You know what I mean? It's crazy. So here was Ecto. I was listening to a little part of it. I don't want to play it right now because the commercial will play. If I can figure out how to skip those commercials, I would play these live for you guys so you guys can check them out. You know what? I don't think the commercial don't play. But I don't like listening to it. The commercials always getting a headache. But this is the Hitchhiker and the Broochies brought to you by King Canvas. The Broochies. I'm gonna have to ask her. I have to ask her what that means. I'm gonna send her a message right now. But I'm gonna talk about Facebook. Instead of doing a YouTube, I went ahead and did a Facebook because I used to go on live Facebook all the time. I get 300-400 people listening, but that was from my original page. So now I got a new page. I only got a couple hundred like people. I don't know what they're called. A friend. Okay, they're called friends. A couple hundred friends on my new page. So I'm building it. You know what I mean? It's not It's not super big yet, but it'll get there because I just got to keep working on it because I had what I'm saying, I've had my other page I built up, but it took a couple years. It took a couple years to build it up. So I figured the same thing with YouTube. YouTube is weird. They keep sending me messages on my new page on the on this one here. They keep sending me messages for me to get monetized. So we already have a channel we sent to get monetized, right? We already got it. It's already there, right? Okay. So I try to and I'm gonna talk about KBLP LLC podcast. That's another channel I do. What I do is I shoot the moon. And I'm gonna talk about that. So that one was ready. I did all kinds of videos and all kinds of stuff. So I got all the hours, I got all the frames, and so I sent it in, and it says that it wouldn't accept it because it was already it was connected to another podcast company. So this one, Ideas Live, that I have the new channel. Tonight is just kind of like my thought, or this morning it's just kind of like my thoughts and stuff that's going on, guys. I'm not going to get into giants. I'm going to talk about the moon a little bit, but I'm going to talk about a few things that are going on. You know what I mean? A few things that are going on, and I appreciate. I only get like 5 to 15 listeners, but I keep telling people I only got 1,000 subscribers, so I'm happy. I'm okay with that. There's no problem. But I leave it on this so you guys can find it. It's Ecto, the Hitchhiker. The once we start promoting this, the numbers really go up. I haven't seen Anzer for a long time. That's crazy. That's weird. She just pops up out of nowhere. She always. Well, I know why, because I don't have the same page as I did on the other one. But welcome to Ideas Live, guys. I'm gonna get into it here in a second. The first thing I want to talk about is last week I didn't do a Ideas Live, and a lot of people asked me about us. They said, "Why didn't you do an Ideas Live?" And I explained to them that I did a Facebook Live with all my buddies, right? All my buddies, no cuss words, no nothing. All we were doing, we were promoting King Cannabis. Everybody had the King Cannabis shirt on. We were in the studio. That's it. That's all that was going on, right? So I used to do Facebook Lives all the time, and I'd get 300-400 people. And I even told my little brother, I said, "Yeah, I get a lot of people. I get a lot of people in the hey Zach, what's up, man? You see what I posted there? You see what I posted? That's cool, man. You got you hit the YouTube training, man. That's crazy, man. I'm sitting here thinking, wow, that's a trip, man. Is to hit the YouTube. See, if you hit the YouTube training, then it shows your broadcast to a lot more people. Like a lot more people are more see see how the numbers all go up all week. I haven't really got a chance to check it, but everybody's numbers are pretty good. Like everybody has really good numbers. But like when they first put the pot, all these just went up today. Like in the last 24 hours, these four right here are five of them. Oh, I gotta play this one right here. Here, hold on a second. This I gotta play, so I have to deal with the commercial. I can just turn it down for a second. Ideas live. You're live ideas. I'm just listening to the commercial. It's only like 15 more seconds. And then I'll play this for you guys real quick. It's pretty cool. Like I said, this is just my thoughts and my theories. If you have any questions, just hit me up. Let me know. Or if I have a question for you, I'll ask you. You know what I'm saying?
You're listening to Freaks in the Studio with the Freaks on KBLP, brought to you by Cannabis Kings.
What the heck are you idiots talking about? It is not Cannabis Kings. It's brought to you by Kings Cannabis. Idiots. And it's not Freaks in the Studio. The show is Freaks in the Basement. Could you idiots get something right for a change?
Chris went off on the freaks, man, but that was a good. He does some good drops. I'll tell you that. When he puts out his drops, they're pretty awesome. They're pretty awesome. That he put out his drops. I was trying to talk. Oh, that one right there shows the O's. Oh, they all show it actually. Right here, guys, is see if it pops up. Yeah. So this was on my phone right now when I popped up. New from the world of Lab trending topics, Gucci, whatever, crazy. It popped up on my phone. How do you take that off now? Hopefully it's working so you guys can see it. So yeah, I'm promoting a little bit of our podcast because everybody works really hard. So I really have to promote. I've been taking a break because I do music podcasts and I'm usually on I usually get on about midnight and I go till about 5 in the morning. That's what my normal hours are for my podcast, but everybody's got such good podcasts. I can't even keep up with them right now. Well, here's mine. I don't know why the pictures aren't showing. This is my last podcast I did right here. How long has it been? It's been it's been a month since I've done a podcast, guys. Híjole, frijoles. This is mine though. You know, the numbers are so high because I think what everybody's doing is they're re-listening to this one because it's the last one I did. And every time I post it, it comes out. It says, like, I'll post it right now. And it comes out. I don't know why the picture's not showing. I don't know. I'll have to check that because maybe they wanted to change the picture. I don't know because this picture is what's on all the universe according to IKE, the jam of IKE DIAZ. You know what I mean? Oh, this one I want to check because we just got another 100 friends somehow. I don't know how this one works on the friend request because they come from all over the place. So I don't think they're real, but see, like I don't know. It's weird. Wow, these are set up like that though. Even mine looks fake. Like if you look at my personal one, it looks like a fake picture. Like this looks real, but if you look at my picture, it looks kind of weird. This is what my picture looks like right here. If you guys can see that, can you see that right there? That's what my picture looks on there. Everybody's still getting their coffee and tuning in, man. Usually I got about at least 10 people on here. I usually got at least 10 people. What's going on today? No, I know it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I just want to do a quick one. Because usually I'll be on here for 2-3 hours, like, because there'll be so many people talking. I'm on here all day. There we go. This Beth, Gina, Trent. You guys are up this early? Or were you guys still up? Were you guys still up partying or what? Without me? When I went to sleep? I went to sleep. You guys started the party. No, I don't want to update right now. I know they keep trying to update my phone. I have no clue. It always happens. But I got on the chat right here just in case. I know there's only a couple people. I know this, guys. So you don't have to come on here and be like, oh, he only got 5 listeners or 2 listeners or whatever. You don't have to come on here and say that. Like I said, it's brand new. I have to get going here. You know what I mean? Like it takes like some of these guys have to put out. I was just listening to one guy. He has 4,000 something podcasts and he has 200 people listening. So I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I can deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Plus we got a sponsor. So our sponsor is for KBL King Cannabis. So it's for KBL PLLC. It's for our podcast station, but I promote it here too. I try to give them as much promotion as I can. No, it's not something you're not supposed to click on because people can get into it. I have no clue, but I'm gonna go to my page real quick, and then you can request me. I get tons of requests. I just haven't been on my page for a while. I hope nobody else has been. My original page got hacked, and I just thought about it. Check this out. This was our old. I think it was when we were on the old station. We used to have a really good time with that. That's a cool picture right there. I didn't make that, so I can't use it, but that's a cool picture. I like. So this is my page right here, guys. So make sure you come by. You friend request me right here. I know I'm getting a lot. I know Haystack's gonna be here. I did a bunch of shows with him. Mike D. Chill, Ral, Root, or no, that's not Root. That's D Dub. I called it. I was thinking about something else. There's another show coming up too. I just can't remember. I saw it on here. Actually, we have a show coming up in March 30th, March 29th, and March 30th. We have a back to back, guys. So get ready. Get ready. We got it going down in our city. What day is their show? February. Oh, it's on a Sunday. They must be doing a 2-day set too. They must be doing a 2-day set on that. Oh, Little Flips here too. April 20th. He's always here at 420. He says it's his second home. I think he's in Springs with King's Cannabis too. I think because they do shows with King Cannabis. So I'll have to. No, I don't do nothing for 420. I'm not a smoker, guys. I live in Colorado. I support it, but I don't smoke. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody who does smoke, who does get down like that. I just don't get down like that. I just don't get down like that. But like I said, this is just my thoughts and some of my theories, guys. First, I'm gonna start out with the Facebook thing. So I went live on Facebook. I went live from IKE League because IKE League has 5,000 followers. So I was like, or 5,000 friends, sorry. 5,000 friends. So I thought it was going to be the same as I have to show you the King Cannabis shirt too. I'm wearing it right now. Let me actually show you that real quick and then I'll get into the. Let's see if I can flip this screen around real quick. I know people say don't show that because people will. You know what? I don't know how to do it. Oh, right here. Okay. I knew I was gonna have to stand up because of my thing. King Cannabis, guys. Make sure you go check them guys out. I had a show real quick. I know they said not to do that or something. I have to still work on that. IKE DIAZ live. I finally got to show my King Cannabis shirt. I'm all happy. Shout out to my cousin Angel Cruz. I know it's funny how people pop in here and pop out. It's crazy. I don't know. It's a trip the way that works. I showed my King Cannabis shirt and everybody got all scared. I think they thought I was trying to strip or something. Okay. I'm gonna put it right here on this, and I'm gonna go get me some pop, something to drink real quick, guys. And but check this out. Join this right here. Friend request me so I could build this one back up. And I'm gonna talk to you about how I used to do those lives. Hold on a sec. IKE DIAZ live. We live up in here. Just give me a second. I'm glad I got some awesome listeners, guys. You guys are everybody who checks out these broadcasts are awesome. We get so many people in, it's a trip, man. I trip out like throughout the week. It's like, man, it's crazy how many people stop by. Ideas live. You're live on Ideas. I want to thank everybody again for stopping by. I want to thank KBLP LLC, Michelle Auger, Zach Morrison. I'm gonna have him talk to him because doesn't that sound like Zach from Saved by the Bell? I don't know if they spelled the same or whatever. I have to look that up. Denise Harris, Chris Stevens, Sonia Delgado, Steve Clark. There's so many people involved. That all you guys, everybody that helps KBLP, you guys have all made it amazing. I gotta say, you guys, man, you guys work so hard. You guys put so much effort into it. I want to thank you. I can't wait to come back. I can't wait to come back and start my podcast again, guys. Sorry, guys, I got thirsty during the broadcast right now. So, my first thing was about Facebook, guys. So we went live. We did an awesome Facebook, guys. Awesome, dude. Like we had all the homies in there. Like everybody had the King Cannabis shirt on. We were in the full studio, everything. Within an hour or two, Facebook took that down. Everybody's we had no cuss words, nothing was said. Just all we were showing was King Cannabis shirt. So you know what I'm saying? And only like maybe two people even at the beginning even showed up to look at it. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said on IKE DIAZ, on my real name, the one that was hacked and took over, and I kind of know who did it now. Because we got to the bottom of it. But anyway, I got my page back, so it don't matter. Didn't get my page back, but I got a page. But I still got to work on it. I still got to build it up. So I have 361 friends. I didn't even know how many friends I have, to be honest with you. That's cool seeing DA Dub, Mike D Chill, and Haystacks, man. That's cool. I don't know about all the other stuff. I'll just say what's up to them guys. I grew up with all them guys, so it's crazy. It's crazy to see them doing it big. Herman's Hideaway. That's what it'll be February 7th. Make sure 17th. Go check them out. What's that? What's today? Anyway, it's tonight actually. That's cool. I'm excited for him. He's actually pretty tall because I stood next to him and he's actually pretty tall. And Mike D. Chill's like 6'5". He's a big old dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm like in the Hydra. I think that's Big Snap behind him. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's who that is or not, to be honest with you. They get it in. They get it in. Make sure you go check them out. They're pretty deep. They're pretty deep. I hope Mike D. Chill's doing the show. I don't know. He always does a show with Haystack when Haystack comes through. So I AMC'd for him for all kinds of shows. I don't even for down in Grand Junction. I AMC'd a bunch of shows for Grand Junction, Utah, Colorado, really all kinds of shows. I did shows for him. But let me get back to my little story here. My little chinga I said. No, I'm just joking. So Facebook Live, I did it. I'm upset with them because every time I did a Facebook Live, I got 200-300 people. Like they promoted. All I did was walk around. Like I used to walk around the lake and I used to talk shit. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I didn't even say the S word. I used to talk shh, and I get all kinds of people listening. So I figured I got all the homies here. I'm gonna go on Facebook Live, and it's gonna go good. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, within 2 hours they turn that off. I know that there's a lot of censorship on Facebook. The problem I'm having is like, even I put it in the video on YouTube. I actually, because the video I could still see it, but nobody else could see it. Or not anymore. Nobody else could see it. But if you go back to my last video, I actually published part of it on my broadcast that I did. So my thoughts on that is I don't think I think yeah, algorithms they catch it, but as far as what we were doing, there was nothing wrong. Like I was gonna do both. I was gonna do a Facebook Live and I was gonna do a YouTube Live. But what got me upset is, an hour later when we were gonna do the YouTube Live, I was like, because I was ready, I was all ready to do it. I charged my phone up. I was at the studio, and I was gonna do the YouTube Live. And as soon as they pulled it down off of Facebook, because we were just gonna do the same thing, but on YouTube. And then I was thinking of a way to take the video and just put it on YouTube so everybody could see it. But by that happened, like I said, it went down. So I didn't know it actually went down. So not till I got onto my own computer that I could see it. So on my phone, it looked like it was down when everybody else said, "What'd you share? What'd you share?" So it's upsetting. YouTube has a lot of rules and a lot of algorithm stuff, but they don't pull your stuff down. At least they'll send you a message like on our other ones on KBLP LLC 4 on YouTube. We get a lot of like if they pull a video down, they let me know before they even pull it down. They send me an email, say, "Hey man, we're gonna take your video down because your copyright strike, so whatever." And they let you know. Facebook don't even let you know. They just pull your video. You know what I mean? If your video is off, they just pull it. You know what I'm saying? So it's upsetting. You know what I mean? That they would do that. And like I said, all it did to me was make me not want. I was all excited about doing a YouTube Live, and now I just don't. I didn't even care after they did that. I didn't even care if they. I didn't even care if they. I didn't even care about going on after they did that. You know what I mean? And I get all excited. You know what I'm saying? I get all excited. I get all excited when I do my podcast. I'm all ready to go. You know what I mean? Somebody got me to some other stuff. I was looking at. I shouldn't be. Somebody just sent me a message on my messenger, and I started looking at it. And I'm like, whatever. Make sure if you're messaging me, please message me on the right now. Don't message me on Messenger because it messes up my flow of what I'm trying to say here. Message me on YouTube, and I'll get to your questions after. I don't know why everybody hits my Messenger when I go online. I don't know. I get like 100 messages when I go on, but they won't get in the YouTube chat. So hopefully we can get those guys over to the YouTube chat. Okay, guys, everybody that gets in my Messenger, please go over to the YouTube chat, and I'll take your messages there. No, I'm not trying to be rude, guys. I'm just like I'm sitting here talking. I'm in a rant, and then I'll start getting messages. Then I think I can respond to them, and I can't even respond to them because I'm so busy. You know what I mean? We got a lot of stuff on my. So Facebook, could you guys fix it? What I'm saying here, Facebook, fix it. I'm gonna, this is gonna be posted on Facebook 1,000 times. So, you're gonna hear this. I mean, you're gonna hear it in your algorithm. So, I know, and you're not gonna take this down. So why would you take down that other video? I just showed the King Cannabis shirt. So that's my whole upset with Facebook. Like, I know everybody's upset with Facebook. A lot of people are leaving. But we still use it as a promotional tool. That's all we do. If you look at what we do, it's just all promotion. All of our pages that we have, everybody that works with us, we just promote. We promote. Some people call it spam. So what? It's not spam. There's actual good podcasts, good content that you can listen to. But that's up to you if you want to make that decision. You know what I mean? I can't make that decision for you. You know what I mean? Got Real Talk, Ecto, Freaks, Hollywood Review, DWD. I know TWD's on here somewhere. TWD right here, season 9 already. Boom. Chain, another super good one. We got super good podcasts on here. You just got to go to it. It's not spam, guys. I already did my tutorial on that. So we use that as a promotional tool for our podcast so that we can get people to come by, check it out. You know what I mean? Have fun listening. You know what I'm saying? I was just looking, just our regular guys. Trent, Beth, Gina, thanks for being up so early. I appreciate it. So Facebook got me all upset with that, so I'm still upset. So that's why I didn't do a podcast last week. I know a lot of people ask me, "Wow, where was your broadcast last week, or where are you going on?" And it's Sunday morning now, and I didn't do it. And like I said, it's not because anything here. Like, I love doing this, and I love the listeners, and I love chatting with people. It's because of Facebook pissed me off. For the first time, Facebook has always done good, except for when I got hacked. And when they took down that video, because that video was off the hook. Like, the video was super, super good. We did a really let me put it this way, we did a really professional Facebook Live. So I won't ever do a Facebook Live again. That's the last Facebook Live that I'll ever do. I will never do it again. I promise you, I will never do it again. Because of that reason. Because the way they blocked it, and it was a good video. So if you have the same problem, let me know right in the chat. You know, after the podcast, you can message me all you want during the podcast. Let me just talk a little bit. Let me just get it out and get it going. So as far as Facebook Live goes, guys, I'm done with that. I know they do, like, they get on there with like 3-4 people. I guess that's kind of fun for the kids. You know what I mean? Me and D-Cloud did it, and that's when I didn't have my original place. So he came over. He goes, "Let's go on Facebook Live." He got like 2 or 3 listeners, right? I was like, "Yeah, man, I get like 300-400 when I go on." And when I went on, I only got like 1 or 2 people, maybe 1 person, because I was on the IKE League. I wasn't on IKE DIAZ. People there on IKE League, it's all different friends, so they're not used to me going on. On IKE DIAZ, they were used to me going on, so I basically lost that part of it all. So it's really interesting how one outlet could let you put content on there, and then another outlet just completely shut it down. And as far as content goes, YouTube was the one supposed to be shutting all that down. So it's kind of weird because we're in. It felt like the opposite. It felt like Facebook was shutting me down, and YouTube was not shutting, or YouTube was letting it fly. So, and what's funny is we take this and we put it on Facebook. So that's where I didn't understand where the issue was, because of that reason. So you're live ideas. Excuse me, if I could talk. If I could talk, I'd be happy. Ideas live. Usually we get all around flat. We get a flat earth data. Shout out to you guys. If you guys stop by later, you guys will probably hear later. But so my next thing I want to talk about, the reason I'm just going to bring this up real quick is Giants. I do believe in Giants. You could just look at Shaq. You could look at Yao Ming. There's the guy they just measured. He's 7'9", and he's only like 19 years old. These guys they always say they have tumors and they have problems and they die early. These guys live till they're 40 or 50. Andre the Giant was almost 50 years old. I'll have to look that up real quick, because that's kind of getting on my nerves. So Andre the Giant, he was listed at 7'4". So that's a pretty big guy. Anybody over 6 foot tall is I'm 6 foot tall. Excuse me. So there was a thing I read, and it said that any person 6 foot or taller could be related to the Nephilim. He was billed at 7'4". I know they said he weighed close to 500 pounds. So you gotta imagine. So even if he's just 7 foot tall, okay, even if he 7'4", even if you just so I listen to a really good podcast every Friday. I listen to, everybody knows I listen to D Marble every Friday, and Vegan Warrior, and I got in Vegan Warrior's chat, and we were chatting back and forth about Giants. So I believe there were Giants, because the fact is, if you got a guy that's 7 foot tall and you see him in real life, and I seen this guy, I was lucky enough to see this guy before he passed. He lived to age 46. and they say it's a blah something in the brain or something like that. This guy partied all his life and drank and then wrestled. He was a vicious guy in the ring. If you've seen his early career, this guy was doing stuff that these little 150 pounders do, jumping off the ring, like Macho Man Chavez with the arm drop. He used to do the kicks. I watched some of them old videos of Andre the Giant, and they were pretty crazy. I don't want to get into the. Oh, that's coming up too, guys. So that's what I was gonna put in the title was about the WWE and the NFL, and then I actually will put that in the title because Tom Brady won Super Bowl in a rigged league. There goes the algorithms. Algorithms are jumping on me. KBLP LLC 4 on YouTube. KBLP LLC podcast on YouTube. You're live with Ideas Live. So okay. So you just take Andre the Giant alone. I'm not going to talk. Look, even the Big Show, even the Undertaker. These guys are 7-footers, man. They're 7 foot tall. So you're going to sit here and you're going to say, these people lived in our generation. These people lived in our generation. So he's built at 7'4". Let's say he's 7'2". Okay, that's 1 foot and 2 inches taller than me. Do you know this? Do you realize the size difference that is from me to him? Do you take that into consideration? And so, okay, so I'm gonna look up real quick so, like they say, YouTube picks out. See, they're showing him walking with these, but at that height, you're gonna, at a certain age, something's gonna eventually. The pituitary gland. They always say it's the pituitary gland that messes you up. You know what I'm saying? And I think because these guys live to their 40 or 50. You know what I mean? And the weight and the time and everything that brings them. Yeah, they did I earlier. I don't think it's a pituitary gland that kills them. I think that it's just the lifestyle that kills them. Their lifestyle is just totally different than ours. You know what I mean? They have to have a certain. I'd say they look at this guy right here. Well, he didn't. He was gone before I was alive, but look at him. It's like looking at little kids. The tallest man in medical history from whom there's inferable evidence is Robert Pershing, Waldo, Guinness Book of Records, World Records. If I could read. Look, they even got a statue of this guy. It's funny. Look at that sit with these girls. Man, them girls are probably like, dude, we should hook up. If it was this time, they would hook up. He'd be hooking up with every chick in the. I'm just messing, guys. I joke around a lot. Please, guys, send it to YouTube while I'm live. I'm like getting I'm getting messages. Stop that, please. I'm getting messages on my regular messenger. Ideas live. I know we're looking at some. I went off the rocker on the Giants stuff. I'm just what I'm saying is we've lived amongst Giants already. It's not like there's nothing new. Like it's not like it's the first time that we any because they listed Giants 6 foot to look at there's Yao Ming right there. So Yao Ming was bigger than he was bigger than Shaq, and we know Shaq's 7 foot tall. So Yao Ming, he's born 1980. That's crazy. Them careers go by quick, man. Before you know it, your career's over. But I know he's an ambassador over there or something. Just trying to find out. There's all kinds of pictures of them. News. And you know, one thing is that they're trying to debunk like the giant bones that they found. Did you see, you know, some of them bones are, you know, a lot of people are mixing them up with dinosaur bones. I'm at a point now where I don't believe in dinosaurs. Like they said they found a dinosaur bone at the new Thornton police station. Okay, I don't know if it was a joke or what. The news reported this, but they only did it one time and they never spoke about it again. They never spoke about it again because they're fun of a new Thornton police station. I haven't drove by that. I drove by. I did the. If you look at KBLP LLC podcast, I videotaped the new Northland. I live in an area. I talk about this every time. I live in an area where if you go a block everywhere you go a block, it's a different city. So I live in the middle of all that, and so Northland really is. That's where we're at. So Northland walk. I videotaped their new courthouse and jail. It's humongous. It's huge. It's brand and it's brand. You can look at it. It's brand spanking new in the middle of nowhere. And I know that the new Thornton one is off of like 136, so that's like in the middle of nowhere. That's where coyotes and deer and all kinds of stuff is out there. But you know, they build for the future. You know, it's not there now, but they build for the future. As far as his height goes, I don't know. So what I'm saying is, we've already lived amongst giants, so we're going to be used to giants. You know, once they reveal giants to us, we're gonna be used to it because we see these giants all the time. And when I was a kid, those basketball players were giants. Like when we looked at them, you know what I mean? I was already tall. I was already 6 foot tall. You know, as at 14 years old, I was already 6 foot tall. So I was like, I was a pretty big kid. I was a pretty big kid at a young age, and I still thought they were big compared to me. You know what I mean? Like I thought I was gonna get that big. You know, I thought. Stop. Not them. Come on, Google, work for me today. Work for me. Work for me, bruh. Google don't want to work. Google wants to act like it's drunk today or something. I don't know why. I don't know why. IKE DIAZ live. We live up in here. We're doing it. We're doing it major like we always do. We're doing it major up in here. Talking about giants. Yes, giants were, like I said, the reason I say it is because the reason I say giants are real is because we've already lived amongst them. You know what I mean? They even had that one dude that was like 7'6" in that movie. It was a weird movie, but it was pretty good. I think Andre the Giant was in that too. I think he was even in that. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'd have to look at the what I'm trying to find on Google is like the tallest people. You know how they always list like the tallest people alive, and like I said, the tallest person right now is 7'9", guys. So that's pretty amazing, dude. 7'9". 7'9" is a huge guy. You know, we're looking at Andre the Giant here. Let's see. Did you guys see that? It said NASA's no, it says NASA. It said NASA something popped up. I'm like, you know what's funny is I used to believe in if I could spout really, like if I could really spout, My dream vacation was to go to Scotland, right? I know we already popped up on the tallest people, well, top 10. Okay, so here's the top 10 tallest people in history: 8'3", 8'3", 8'3", 8'2", 8'3", 8'3", 8'2", 8'1". These are the tallest people in history. So I watched the old video of like some old. It was black and white. It had to be like from the 30s, 40s, maybe the 20s. I don't know. It was old. And it was some kind of documentary, and the lady goes, she was older. She was like maybe 70, 80, 70 years old, but she still had cognitive, she still cognitive abilities, because when I was listening to her, she said, this is one thing that stuck out in my mind when I listened to her. She goes, I was here when all the red bearded men with long hair went into the woods and lived. And that stuck in my head. I'm like, because when all the stories that come out about the giants, they're always tall red men with red hair, red beards. Man, I'm like this one don't tell the truth, but it has everybody over 7 foot on here. Weesh. Okay, so somebody's gonna sit here and tell me, okay, I'm just gonna stop right there, okay? Just right there. This is the one we just talked about. He's gonna get us for a record. 8'11", 9 foot tall. 9 foot freaking tall, man. You're gonna sit here and tell this one's 9 foot tall in the United States. This is John Rogan. Let me see. Is there anybody that's like alive right now? This guy's 8'5". I think this. Oh wait, this tells you right here. So in our lifetime, look at this. In our lifetime, this guy lived from 1970 to 2014. He was 44 years old, and he was 8'3". You're telling me there was no giants? There was no giants. Giants never existed. I hope you listen to this. I know you say you only listen to a couple flat earthers, but I hope you listen to it. I'm gonna put your name in the title in the description, man. This is because look at what we're looking at, guys. Like you're really gonna sit here and tell me this? Okay, giants and titans are two different things. Titans, this guy's alive right here, and he's 8'2". He was born in 1982. He's 8'2". Let's see, where's that picture at? 8'2". 8 foot freaking 2, guys. You're gonna sit here and tell me that there was no giants. There was never a giant. This guy is over 2 foot taller than me. I'm 6 foot tall. I'm 6 foot. I'm over 6 foot. I'm like 6 foot and 3/4. Virginia always comes up. I want to go to West Virginia because they have a grave site with like 7 or 8, I think 7 giants, and they're all buried just forget it. They're all buried together, like in a certain way. You know what I mean? So this guy's 36 years old. He's just a little younger than me actually, and he's 8'2". And he weighs 302 pounds. Look how skinny he is. I weigh 300 pounds. Look how skinny this guy is. And he weighs 302 pounds. So, yeah, we're living amongst giants. We are. We already are. They're going to release giants that are 10 foot tall. You know what I mean? 12 foot tall. You know what I'm saying? 14 foot tall. I don't know if I can get over 14, but there's people they're out there over 14 foot tall. Right here, man. Look at this. You can't tell me this is a lie. You can't tell me this is made up. You just can't. You just can't. There's too many people that know about it. There's too many people, just like the guy I just showed that's 8'2". You know, some of these are old. You know what I mean? Some of these are old. This is the only. Oh, there's some more right here. There's two more. These two are 8'1". Oh, this is the guy that has the biggest feet in the world. 1'3". Hey, my foot's almost that big. Crazy. That's crazy. 1'3". It's bigger than that, I think, because I think they said it was like 27 inches or something. Because I know Shaq's is what, like 22 or something. Shaquille O'Neal's like 22. So that's wrong. I think it's like 2'1". Because I remember the story on this guy. I personally have seen people over 7 foot tall. They're different. They're different. They're just different, guys. So imagine running into like a 12-footer. Imagine that you run into a 12-foot person or a 14-footer. Like I said, I think that there's 14-foot giants out there. Like people see see these things, but they always get debunked and called crazy or some of that stuff. So in my opinion, I think we live amongst giants. I have a CD out called A Giant Amongst Men. That's what I call myself, a giant amongst men. But there's a CD I put together called A Giant Amongst Men. I never got to put it out because I think that was part of my drinking days. And I used to do whole CDs and I used to send them somewhere. This was back before you could like download them on the computer and all this stuff so you don't lose nothing. This was back where you had to make a CD, a hard copy. You had to get super VHSs, not VHS tapes, but that's what they used to be called. And DATs, you got to get little DATs. You know, I used to get drunk and pile those up, and I used to forget where they were at. And I would lose. We've lost so many songs. I've done over 1,000 songs, but I call myself a giant amongst men. That's what that whole picture is right here, guys. Where's it at? Right here. A Giant Amongst Men. That's the cover for the album. But my excuse now is I got drunk and I forgot where I put it. I stopped drinking 10 years ago, but I still use that excuse, guys. I was like, yeah, my wife. No, one CD I found, and that was back in my drinking days, and I know my wife was just cleaning up, and she just put it away somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like she just thought she had to clean up and put it with the CD. So I already know it. They're 8'1" right here, living in India. Let's click on that one. Actually, how come that one's not coming up? There it is. If I can if I can use the computer, they got a picture of them. No picture. I'm not a Wikipedia guy. One of my buddies says, "Oh, he has to get all his information from Wikipedia." It's not true unless he sees it on Wikipedia. I'm like, dude, shut the bang up, dude. Shut the bang up. All right, so right now, living the tallest person. I said it was 7'9". That's what I just saw the other day on TV. A guy 7'9". But right now in Turkey, there's a person 8'2", almost 8'3". And then I thought the ones in America. So in Morocco and Iran, there's two 8'1" guys. India, there's the 8'1" guy. These are the alive ones. In China, Zhang Junop. This is maybe who I was talking about right now. I think it was 7'9" because it was from China. But here, let's click on him because maybe there's another one from China. There, because they said 7'9", but you know how they change up the numbers as you go along. Look at he's age 52. He's 50 and he's still alive. I don't think it's like they keep saying, oh yeah, the pituitary gland, they killed him. No, it's their lifestyle because their body, you know what I mean? Their body takes a toll on them, and sometimes they just can't go any longer. You know what I mean? Really, this person's 7'3" or 7'11", and he was born in 1966. 1966, he's still alive. I wish they had a picture of him. I only had a picture of a cousin. And this guy from India, 7'11". So you 7'10". Okay, yeah, we can't see it. I can't see him. Right, cool, whatever. I think that before the 1940s, before aliens, my personal opinion is like there's all kinds of people over 7 foot tall. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this list of all these people. These are all the ones that are alive. Let me find an American so I could shut some people up. Got some people talking stuff right now. You could talk stuff all you want here. I got an American guy, 7'8", former tallest teenager in the world. He was born in 1995. Let's see. Hopefully they got a picture. They were showing pictures a minute ago. Now I don't. Now they don't. Let's see. Gotta be a picture. Interview history. We live amongst giants, so there's no way you could. Okay, Titans. Okay, now after the conversation, I'm gonna say because there was a time there where I listened to a lot of Jay Dreamers. Shout out to Jay Dreamers, and he has a lot of information like as far as giants, Titans go. Come on, computer. Are you drinking 40s, man, or what? My computer's drinking 40s. Stop drinking 40s, man. Stop hanging out with Spooky T and them. No, shout out to my homie Spooky T. There it goes. Sometimes my computer runs slow. Right here, 1957. He's still alive. George Bow, 7'8". Look at that. Okay, look at that. George Bow is the former tallest man in the United States at 7. Okay, I know this guy. He was on a TV show that I used to watch that had like freaks and stuff. I'm not saying he's a freak, but I remember him being on the show. That's why I remember him. As recognized by the Guinness World Record, Igor was declared the tallest living man in the United States in 2010. He is a deputy sheriff in Norfolk, Virginia. What did I tell you guys? Virginia. There's something about Virginia, and previously played college basketball. A lot of these guys either live in Virginia, came from Virginia, or there's something going on in Virginia with the Giants, guys. Because, like I said, I've never been to Virginia. I used to want to go to the see the Loch Ness monster. For years and years, I believed in the story. You know what I mean? And then when I heard about there's 3 guys I heard about. And I guess they went out there and they did some crazy stuff, and I guess they opened something up and something crazy. Okay, guys, and that's where really the history of that came from. So I said there's no reason to go out there because I understand. I got the whole story. Like I didn't get it from like one person. Like several people told me. Like they didn't understand that I was listening for the story. But they would talk about these guys, you know what I mean? And even our podcasters, they did whole stories on these guys, you know what I mean? And they did some crazy stuff out there. And you had a physicist, you know what I mean? You had a high-ranking, he was even on the Beatles. I'll say it real quick, guys. L. Ron Hubbard, Aleister Crowley, and Jack Parsons. They all went out there, and they didn't just do it there. They did it in Roswell before 1947. And look what happened. That's when before the 1940s, that's when all this stuff came up. You know what I mean? They're supposed to put a show out about Jack Parsons, and they haven't did it yet. I'm waiting to watch that thing because I'm going to check it right now. It's supposed to be a TV show, not a movie. It's supposed to be a series on Jack Parsons. So he was the man behind with the technology to open up those portals. He was a former German scientist, and he came to America. He was one of the ones that could have been tried for all this stuff. You know what I mean? They took all those German scientists and they moved them to America, and they started putting all the technology together, guys. A lot of people don't even know this. You know what I mean? And then you got these you got these high-ranking people. He's the head of Scientology. I remember getting the book Dianetics when I was like, I read that whole book like when I was in 5th grade or something. I didn't understand everything at the time. Now I look back, my mom got ordered the book, or they sent her the book for free, and I was like, shoot, I'll read it. I read every book that came in the house when I was a kid. I know sometimes it don't sound like it because I talk like I'm from the neighborhood, like I'm a kid still, but I am still young. I'm a young guy still. But anyway, you put those three guys together with their knowledge, something weird is gonna happen. You know what I mean? And they didn't just work with them. There was another guy. Those 3 guys were the main guys, and Aleister Crowley was the one that was on the Beatles album. And Steve brought that Beatles album over here. He was gonna sell it to me, and I didn't have enough money to buy it. I was gonna buy it just for that, just so I could show people. You know what I mean? That these guys are all puppets, like the Beatles, Bohemian Grove, Bohemian Rhapsody. I call it Bohemian Grove. And that's why I just like to watch those shows to see like the puppetry that goes on. So nobody 6 foot is listed on here. Everybody's over 7 foot tall. Everybody's over 7 foot tall is listed on here. And I showed you guys, there's still people alive. This guy, 1975, still alive. 7'10". These guys are living full lives. And you got to think about it. In the cowboy days, people only lived to 35. So you guys got some of these guys 60 years old already. You know what I mean? Over 60 years old. This guy's, he went to 46, 47. So some of them did. Look at this one, 78 years old. How tall was he? 7'11", lived 78 years old. These guys live full lives, 53. I think anybody who lives over 40 or 50 years old, they lived a good life. You know what I mean? They lived a good. They did good. Younger than that, yeah, they look 61, 79. I think that pituitary gland stuff is phony. I think they just made that up. Yeah, a lot of them died young, but they like I said, the lifestyle on that body is. Just look at this. Okay, so you take this guy right here. He's 7'4", 36 years old. I'm gonna have to look into him because he's a young guy, and but look at this. He was a basketball player. Okay, the body at 7'4", and he was probably I'm guessing 3'4". I don't know this. Don't have the weight on here. I'm guessing he was 300 pounds. So his body just was getting beat up all the time. You know what I mean? It's just like 370 pounds. I said 300 pounds. 370 pounds. So to go out there, I got a big body, but I don't go out there and beat myself up over things. You know what I mean? I'm not into all that roughhousing and stuff like that. Put it like that, guys. I'm gonna leave you guys on there for just a second here. We're gonna go on a real quick break. Give me just a couple minutes. Give me a minute, and I'll be right back, guys. Thanks for everybody. I know we only got 4 people in the chat, 4 people listening. Man, you guys are awesome. You guys are totally awesome. Make sure if somebody joins in. I know Beth and Gina and Trent. I know I'm gonna give you guys a rant. So when crazy people show up, I know we're like early in the morning, so people are not used to us even going on, but I'll have to do it on a live. But hold on real quick, and I'll be right back. IKE DIAZ live up in here. IKE DIAZ live. IKE DIAZ live. Make sure you check out KBLP LLC 4 on YouTube. KBLP LLC podcast on YouTube. Check out KBLP LLC on Spreaker.com, on iHeart Radio, on Spotify, iTunes, all your outlets, all your content outlets. Make sure you check it out. All right, we back for more fun. I want to thank everybody again for hanging out with me. You guys are totally awesome. Everybody who comes by, stops by, and shows the love. You guys are cool. You guys are cool, man. You guys are cool. So as far as the Giants goes, guys, I know people are gonna be like, Ike went crazy. He went overboard. He's talking about Giants. No, I'm just saying, look into Giants. Look into listen to some of the stories, guys. It's amazing. And like I said, we live amongst Giants. Like we know Giants personally. We have met Giants personally. Like people who are considered Giants, we have met them. We know them. You go off. You think about it right now, and you come back and you tell me yes or no. I know some of you guys are going to listen to this later. It's cool. I understand because every week I get them later. Like it's for some. Some crazy stuff. It's a crazy world out there, player. It's a crazy world. So what I'm saying is look into them. I guess everything's fake. If it's not flat, if it's just not flat Earth, if it's just not about flat Earth, then everything's fake. I don't believe in that because I have to sign into my other Facebook. I think that people have to. Let me shut that door. I didn't even realize that was that loud. IKE DIAZ live. Sorry about being off center. I was trying to finish up the Giants rant. I'm just having a rant tonight, guys. I'm just kind of going off, man. Like I was upset with Facebook. That's why I didn't go on YouTube. I got upset with Facebook and didn't go on YouTube. See how bad I am? And I had a good. The broadcast was going to be really awesome. I was really excited about it, guys. And then like I said, when it got shut down, I was like, oh man, I can't believe it. Within like an hour they pulled it off of Facebook. Like I was sharing it, you know what I mean? I was blowing it up like I do this one. And they didn't even make it. People were like, oh man, we want to see it. The good thing is YouTube. It's on YouTube, guys. I played it on YouTube before it was completely gone. So if you look at my old podcast, you could see it, and it was good. It was informative. It was professional. You know what I mean? It wasn't like crazy hood related stuff. You know what I'm saying? It was stuff that was actually pretty cool. We were promoting the studio. We were promoting King Cannabis. You know, we were promoting our. We were promoting just the stuff we do, the podcast we do, KBLP, LLC. We were just promoting everything, and they pulled it. And they usually pull for either algorithm problems that people cuss in, or people showing stuff that's copyrighted already. That's what they pull things for. They don't just pull things, you know what I mean? But everything we have, King Cannabis, that's what we're promoting, and we're promoting the studio. So there was no reason for them to hit us like that on Facebook. So that's all, that conversation's done. Sorry about that, guys. I know I went back into that conversation. I know what's Billy just hit me and said, shut up about that conversation. Thanks, Billy. Join the chat though, bud. Golly. I got people hitting my messenger over here on my ideas, but they won't. It's the same thing on speaker. Like, no, but this one we get a lot of comments, a lot of messages on this one. It's just like I said, it's early in the morning. People are just waking up, or people still asleep. People are still partying from last night. People are just getting home from bed. People are checking this out, and they're just getting home from bed. And I'm over here talking about Giants. So Giants are real. Shout out to Vegan Warrior. Titans. I have to get some more history on Titans, but from the information I got, man, I have some really good information, and Titans will be another podcast. Giants, I just want to say we're living amongst them because we have 7 or 8 footers in our lifetime right now. We have a 9-footer in our lifetime, a 9-foot man. 2 of them. There was 2 of them, remember? 2 9-foot men in our lifetime that we've seen. So it's like crazy. Phase Dream Hunter all in one. Yo, what's up, man? What's going on? Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. So in our lifetime, like I said, guys, we have seen giants, guys. We personally seen giants, and I think that people are gonna see more giants and bigger giants later on as we go. You know what I mean? Right here. Check out Vegan Warrior when you get a chance, guys. He's the one that got on the giant stuff that. And check out Vlad Brad's new broadcast right there. It just came out a couple hours ago, or 4 hours ago. So make sure you go by and you check him out. He's pretty good. He's from KBLP LLC. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I just wanted to come over to the chat and say hi real quick. I would try to say hi to everybody. Since on this one, we only got, if we were on the other one, I would have to wait to the end. Sometimes I don't get to say hi to everybody on the other channel. But at least this one I could stop and say hello to everybody who stops by, because you guys are awesome. Everybody who stops by is awesome. So finishing up, man, I wasn't mad. I was just in the conversation, and basically I was there the whole time. I was there the whole Friday night event that went. Everybody knows what went on last week. And then I was in that conversation, and then after that was over, I went and listened to them all night. So I listened to them for like 6-7 hours or something like that. I spent, and the only thing that I disagreed with was the Giants, guys, because I feel like Giants are real. I feel like there's giants among us right now, like as we speak. I mean, like I said, every person here has saw a giant in their life, someone over 7 or 8 foot. So if you saw someone or 8 foot, you got to believe there's people 10 to 14 foot. If there's someone 8 foot tall, 9 foot tall, sorry, 2 9-footers, you have to believe that there's somebody 14 foot tall. Why would you not believe that there's somebody 14 foot tall when you just saw a 9-footer? Explain that to me. That's one thing I want to know, guys. I want to know, like, why do these pop up? Why do they? Get to him. The heck did I click on? I don't know if Sometimes I click on some real weird things. So the only thing I ask, guys, is that you go to you go and you do a little research, and then you think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it professionally, and think about it mentally, because, like I said, there's real giants, and we are not being told about these giants because they're hiding it till they let them out. And I think that when they let them out, that Titans. Okay, so if we go from giants. If we believe it's like telling a story. Like you get home, you broke the eggs, right? But you tell your wife you don't know what happened to them. I really don't know what happened to the picture. I'm gonna have to talk to Zach and see what happened here. If you really just do some basic research, you'll find that a giant. Oh, somebody I consider giants. Oh, at least 6 foot tall, over 6 foot tall, like 6'5". You know what I mean? You met somebody 7 foot tall in your lifetime. Every person out there, there's not one person that listen. I know we get a couple hundred listeners, maybe 1,000 sometimes. There's not one of you guys out there that can sit here and tell me that you've never met somebody over 7 foot tall. There's not one person out there. I'm trying to share some of the podcast real quick while I'm on here. You really cannot sit here and tell me that you've never seen it. You've never seen them, guys. Because if you tell me that, I know you're bullshitting. You know what I mean? I know you are, because let's see if the picture comes out. Yep, her picture came out. I think it's just Zach's. So I'll try Zach's one more time. If you could tell me that you've never met somebody over 7 foot tall, then cool. You know what I mean? Cool. I'll be happy either way. But I know for a fact that you see. I don't have to figure out what's going on here. I'll give him a call because that's gonna hurt his training. They might have pulled that video. I have to look into it. They might have pulled not the video, but the cover, whatever he put. But I think that's what he put, says his cover. So there's just proof right here, guys. This is just proof right here. This is all I'm trying to say. On my end, I really couldn't, in the chat, you really can't argue with nobody. I was being respectful. I'm respectful because I go to all these, different places, and I'm respectful. I say hi to everybody, you know what I mean? And, I ask questions, sometimes they know the questions, or they have an idea, but sometimes they're like me. They have to go out and find the question. They have to find the answer for the question. Like you come and you ask me something, I don't know it. I'm going to go find the answer for you. You know what I mean? So let me get back to seeing the picture didn't come up. Dang it. People are going to think that's dang spam. See, Ecto came up. See, his picture didn't come up. Dang it. And then the jam. Why is the jam not coming up? Most guys who do it right twice. This works hard for your money not to. You do it right too by saving you $600 on a GE stackable washer and dryer pair with steam. Yeah, the picture's messed up. I don't know what happened. I'm gonna have to talk to them. They were up a little while ago. I don't know if they were on here just a little bit. I don't know what happened to them. They probably went to bed already. We're about to go. We're about to go gold, guys. We're about to go gold on this. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And I just can't hide it. Okay. So we talked about Giants. We talked about the Facebook. And, just real quick, KBLP LLC podcast. KBLP LLC on Spreaker. Spreaker.com with the R. When you say speaker, just add an R to it. And you could find it, Spreaker.com, and you come by, check out all our podcasts. They're all amazing. We have great podcasters. We have a great lineup all week. We run all week, so you can check out a podcast every day. I mean, like, we have families that tell us, oh, we listen to this podcast. We listen to this podcast to party on the weekend. We listen to this podcast when it's bedtime. It's crazy. We have families that come and tell us this stuff. It's amazing. You know, people tell me they listen to the jam every week. Like they listen to it every week, man. I'm like, that's cool. And I'm like, I'll be back soon with the jam. I'll be back soon. I'm just doing this IKE DIAZ live thing to get me away for a little bit because you got to remember, I've been podcasting for the last 5 years. 5 years. I didn't even realize it went by that quick. Man, 4 years, almost 5 years, something like that. I can't remember, guys. So here's the thing that I wanted to talk about, and I'll have to put this in the title later, is Tom Brady won his 6th Super Bowl, okay? So a lot of people may not know this, and this is like scary information because the person who broke this information was recently found dead a few weeks ago. So I apologize to the family. I'm not going to say his name or anything, but I am going to tell a real quick story. Okay, in 2002, I think 2002? Yeah, I think 2002. The NFL has entertainment lawyers, okay? So they reached an entertainment deal, right, with the league. The league reached the entertainment deal because they went to court and they fought a battle, and they said, we don't have competitions. We have 32 teams, and they don't compete each other. They're all one entity, okay? So I think a lot of people are going to understand this, but I think a lot of people that's going to go over their head. If it goes over your head, call back, let me know, okay? So I haven't even told my little brother D-Clive. He wanted to, but he's been sick all week, so I haven't had a chance to talk. We talk about this a lot. So the NFL, okay, so in my opinion, Tom Brady would not last in the John Elway years. John Elway is the best quarterback of all time. But as of 2002, they signed an entertainment deal with the league. So what the commissioner basically said is it's just one team. Nobody competes against each other. So basically, every year since 2002 or 2001, I think it might be. I don't want to say 2001 because that gets everybody always said. I'm just going to go with 2002 right now. So since 2002, it's been rigged Super Bowls. It's been set up every year. Everything's rigged. And if you go by the numbers, I have the book from Zach. I bought Zach's book. He has a great book about the numbers. The numbers all line up. If you practice, if you see those numbers, they'll all line up for you, and you'll see. You could I'll take Tom Brady. A lot of people. This is going to go over a lot of my listeners' heads because like this is like really deep. If you take Tom Brady, he has a 12 on the front and the back of his shirt, right? If you just add those two numbers together, that's 3 and 3, right? That's dual 33. It's obvious. It's dual 33. You know what I'm saying? So if it goes over your head, just get to me. Zach said, he said, send out the book to everybody. So if you want his book, let me know. I'll send it to you. It's a great book. I already read it twice. I'll send it to you. You guys can check it out. I know, I read the Bible. I know we're not supposed to be messing with numbers and stuff like that or something, but there's stuff, there's stuff in the Bible, you know what I mean? As long as you follow most everything right and you live a good life, I think God's gonna be okay. You know what I mean? Like, I think you're gonna be okay. But if you want this book, let me know. I will send it. You get it I paid for it, but I'll send it to you for free. And that's what I'm actually gonna do with my book is like I'm gonna let people know because my book's about to come out. I'm gonna let people know when they get my book to send it to whoever buys it online. If they get a hard copy, of course they gotta keep it for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people buy my hard copy books. When I did my hard copy books, I got a couple thousand. They were gone in like a month or something. And then my e-online book, we did like 10,000, and I had to take it off because it was out of date. My book was like a dated book. Like my first book was about the music business, but it was out of date because the music business changes. So unless you stay up to date with the music business, then the business, then you're up to date on everything. Sorry about that, guys. I get off track. Sometimes I get off track. If I do, yell at me and say, hey, man, get back on track there. So as of 2002, the NFL, you can look this up, sign an entertainment deal. The only other people that call themselves entertainment that they're not. It's that it's all entertainment, in which the NFL is now just entertainment. There's only one other company, and they signed the same exact agreement. They signed that. You can look this up. This is legit. You can look this up. The NFL, and a lot of people already make fun of it. A lot of people already said that the WWE, the NFL, the WWE. I'm still a Denver Bronco fan till I die. But I know now. And then we just signed Joe Flacco, and I said 2 years ago he was going to be on the team, and we're going to go to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl. The Broncos are going to win 1 or 2 Super Bowls over the next couple of years. This year, the Broncos are in contention for a Super Bowl now. So you heard it here, guys. You heard it here. And I'm going by the numbers. I'm not going by my gut feeling. I'm going by the numbers. I went by the numbers about Joe Flacco, and that's how I knew he was coming to Denver. So that's why I said you guys got to check this book out, and you got to read it, and you got to understand it. So the only other people that signed this agreement was the 2 people that have this same agreement is the WWE and the NFL. Worldwide Wrestling Entertainment and the National Football League have the same exact agreement. So basically, they set up everything. They set it all up. It's all set up. It's all puppetry, guys. And you know, I was like how I got into that part of it was when the Broncos won the Super Bowl in 2015. Everybody said it was rigged. I was like, I watched this game. The Broncos manhandled Carolina. They literally manhandled, you know, Von Miller and these guys on defense just tore that team apart. We were terrible on offense, but that our defense just went out there and destroyed them, guys. So this is going to piss a lot of people off, but I don't care. The WWE has the same agreement as the NFL, and you have to look up the information if you want to find out more information about it. I'm upset about it, guys. I just heard about this like in the last couple of weeks, dude. But we had already been saying for the last couple of years the NFL is like WWE. And it's true, guys. I realize it's true. So, yeah, I'm getting a little upset. It's because I grew up a football fan, guys. I grew up a football fan, and we used to go out there. I used to play football. I used to play on these teams. And we went out there to win. We went out there to compete. We went out there and busted our butt. You know what I'm saying? My oldest son is in the NFL right now. You know, and then my other son could, you know, he's a CU buff. You know, and people make their own decisions once they get to their own age. Just like I don't know much about their history, but I know John Elway's son, Jack Elway. He was a star out here, high school star. And then he went to college, and then he went to college with Brock Osweiler, his BFF, and decided not to play football no more. It happens. Some kids, they play it all their life. They're a star, and then they decide that they don't want to play, you know. You know, my son was a star growing up, my youngest, and he just, I said I wasn't going to talk about my kids. Sometimes when I'm home alone, my kids, it's snowing out here, my kids will send me food like pizza or Grubhub or something. So I was sleeping and somebody knocked at the door, and it was the pizza man with wings and pop and pizza. I got some good kids, man. Some good kids. I love them all. I love them. I love my babies. I love my little gorillas. Even though they get mad at me, They still get mad at me. They always mad at me. But it's cool. I'm so happy that we got some people in the chat and we got some listeners. I can't believe we still got some listeners. Me mumbling away. But this has been awesome, guys. I was only going to do – I come on here and I'm only going to do like 10, 15 minutes. And then before you know it, it's like the last podcast was 2 hours and 9 minutes. I don't even know how long we've been on right now. But I got my point out. This IKE DIAZ live. The Facebook is upset, and I will not do that again because I don't want to ruin my feelings about coming onto YouTube and doing my YouTube live. You know, my YouTube's broadcast, because I love doing my YouTube broadcast, but I don't want to mess that up. If I go on Facebook Live and then Facebook pulls it down in like an hour, I could see if something was going on, like something weird was going on or something goofy, but nothing weird was going on. And we were just doing our broadcast. You know what I mean? We were just doing a regular Facebook Live. And then the Giants, guys, the Giants, like I said, we've lived. These are my thoughts, my theories, guys. I probably spelled theory wrong. I'll have to fix that later. My thoughts, my theories. Giants are real. That you could debate me on. I have so much information on Giants. I have so much right now, we were just looking up basic who's the tallest, whatever. But I have books on Giants. I have just a lot of stuff. I got the audio on the Bigfoot. I recorded it. It was they did a lot. It's the guy's on there. He has a YouTube channel, and I recorded the Bigfoot audio to go over, and I listened to it over and over. But you got to think, like, imagine if you were 9 foot tall. What would you do? Honestly, what would you do? Just be honest with me. I'm going to tell you, if I was 9 foot tall, I would take my butt and I would go live in the mountains somewhere. I would go where nobody would go. I would have, probably, somebody 9 foot tall could get grants or they got a rich family or something, get some property up there where nobody can go put. Beware of dogs, beware of a shooter, you know what I mean? Don't come on this property. And that's how they could keep everybody away from it. You know what I mean? Keep so people won't go. Because people like to hike and that's why they have national parks, and that's why they have there's trails where people go hike. I know my son goes hikes with his girlfriend all the time. And they go to different trails and stuff like that. So, what I think is they keep everybody away from where these giants may be living at. You know what I mean? Because I think, in my opinion, I think that they're real. You know what I mean? Like, I know for a fact, like if somebody's 9 foot tall, there has to be somebody 14 foot tall. Okay, so let me put it like this. I won't put it rudely, actually, guys. I'm gonna put it to where it's gonna piss some people off, and I don't care, guys, because the conversation I had in the chat, you know what I mean. I'm not upset or want to fight with nobody or nothing, but okay. So let me ask you this: so if a guy's with a girl, right, and she cheats on him, right? In my opinion, this is my opinion. Nobody else's opinion. I'm not saying this. If she cheats on him once, she's cheated on him more than one time. That's just common sense, guys. It's common sense. So if you got a 9 foot rapper, you got a 9 foot. A 9 foot rapper. You got a 9 foot person, and you don't believe there's a 14 foot person out there. If somebody could grow to 9 foot, you're sitting here telling me that we can't get a 14 foot person. Well, I'm telling you that we're going to see those events. We're going to see those soon. Well, I'm not saying that we're going to see them. We're going to see them. We're going to see Titans. I think Titans will come, but I don't know about in our lifetime. But I know we're going to see these Giants soon, guys. I think they're coming. I think they're coming, and I think that I think people have to really start looking into it, getting to know them. What I'm trying to do is, in all honesty, I know it says, I know the good book says that men's hearts will fail from fear when they see these things. So what I'm trying to do is just train my brain to look at the largest, biggest things that I could find. You know what I mean? So that when we do see these things, I'm not gonna be, I'm not gonna be in fear. I'm not gonna be upset. I'm not gonna be scared. I'm just gonna be ready to see. I'm just gonna be like, okay, you're here, cool. If they're vicious, we gotta run away. But as far as everything goes, I'm gonna stay there, and I'm not gonna. My heart's not gonna. I'm saying it's not going to, but men's hearts will fail from fear. That's it, guys. That's what it says. Men's hearts will fail from fear. I've read it over and over and over. Sometimes I read verses like 300 times because every time I get a different meaning out of them. But in this situation, this is real. This is what we're coming for. I think we're going to get the Giants first, and then eventually the Titans will be released. I don't, but like I said, after that conversation, I have to reevaluate my thoughts on Titans. But like I said, like I made it a hard point. If a girl cheats on a guy once, she did it more than once. You know what I'm saying? It's like you have to move on if you're in that situation. So basically, what I'm saying is, if they're telling us there's a 9-foot person, they're also telling at the same time, while they're giggling and laughing, there's another 14-foot person that they know of. You know what I mean? They just I don't know, I'm looking at all these dang things. So like I said, I want to thank everybody that listens in. Sorry, I was kind of like, I didn't have a format or nothing tonight. I just kind of went, like I said, my thoughts, my theories on things. Oh, I didn't even get, that's what that was. I do KBLP LLC podcast, and I shoot the moon, guys. So if you get a chance, go to KBLP LLC podcast. I know you may check out later. I know I get all kinds of listeners later. Make sure you write in the chat. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. I appreciate it. I'm thankful for all my listeners, guys. You guys are all awesome. I better get off already. I better get going. Like I said, I always say I'm gonna do 10, 20 minutes, and I turn around, and it's like 2 hours later. I don't even know how long I've been on. I had to listen to this one because I did it kind of tired, and I got hungry. While we were live. KBLP LLC. You're live on IKE DIAZ. On IKE DIAZ Live. I want to thank you for tuning in. I want to thank you for checking out our other podcasts. That are on Speaker.com. Make sure you check us out. So KBLP podcast, I'm putting it in here right now. Wow. I couldn't post it. There it is. I'm like trying to post KBLP podcasts. I do this because I shoot the moon, right? So my theory is so I'm gonna get into my theory. My theories real quick before we go, guys. I'm about to get off right now. Man, I shot the moon every night for like the last 3-4 years, guys. If you look at my videos, that's another thing I used to film on. Oh, there you go. Thanks. I posted it, and then I think Susan did post. Susan or Steve, one of them. I don't know. I watch this moon all the time, guys. Like, totally watch this moon because something's going on. Something's going on with the moon. We're gonna figure things out. Like, I think it's gonna be through the moon, and I think the things we're gonna find out is because of the moon, guys. I'm just gonna be honest with you right now because, like I said, the moon is not a rock. The moon, if you're listening, the moon is. I'm a flat earther, so the moon is not a rock, guys. Make sure that you just go out and look at the moon, film the moon, check it out, guys. That's all I ask. You know what I mean? And it all. You know, I said men's hearts will fail from fear, but I didn't say that there'll be signs in the skies. You know what I mean? there'll be signs in the skies too, guys. And I think the moon, in my personal opinion, is really telling us something. Like the shape, the way the shape has been, the way the just a lot of things about it. A lot of things about the moon is really. I know I'm out there filming, and people are like, "Oh, is this guy crazy or what? Why is he filming the moon?" Well, I watched this other channel, but they live by a military base, so they see all kinds of crazy stuff, like all kinds of stuff, like out of the blue. Out of the blue, they see all kinds of crazy stuff, you know. So I'm like trying to get all this stuff out of the way, man. It keeps popping up. If you're gonna come on here, say hi at least. You know what I mean? Golly. I see you guys pop in here. Just say hi. You're in the chat, man. So we know who stops by. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody waits till after, like then they'll come by and they'll say, man. Sometimes they'll talk a little stuff, but it's all right. I don't mind. Every time you say something, it makes the podcast go a little farther. I think so. That's why I said I don't mind, dude. You guys can say whatever you want, man. No, I'm just joking. That's why Trent and Gina and they're always here backing me up. Trent, Gina, and who else is that? Beth. Oh yeah, Beth. Sorry, Beth. Trent, Gina, and Beth. Man, they're always here. They never leave me hanging. You two are awesome. You two are awesome, awesome, awesome. I gotta finish this up, guys. I gotta get done. I think everybody's either gonna take a nap or go to work. It's the weekend, so it's like whatever. Not just the weekend, but I don't know. I'll be getting down. I'll be rocking and rolling when I'm doing these podcasts. I'll be having fun. I'll be having a good old time. Okay, so I wanted to get into ODD. So ODD TV has a pre-programming, a predictive programming video. It's awesome, right? And he listed everything from like the 90s all the way up to 2001. Okay, so one thing he didn't list, and I'm gonna try to find it, and they actually changed this video. Nobody said nothing, but they changed this video. And if you listen to the comments, if you look at the comments, I went through the comments. They actually say that he's actually kicking down buildings and stuff or something. Just read the comments. I'm like, I was reading the comments and they changed the video. So I went right here and I was listening to this and I can't remember what it's at. It's at 3. I think it starts out like that. I think I can play it because I don't think you guys hear the sound. Oh, shit. The damn commercials always get me. I think this is the only video that he missed in this, but I think he missed it because see how they're all big and stuff like that? See how they're all see right there. That's the only one they show. I watched this like 4 times. See, they're in New York and they're New York. See right there. Okay, so my memory of this though, I remember when this came out. So ODD, shout out to you, but this could have been part of that pre-programming video that you made. I don't know if it was licensing or it was copyright strikes or whatever, but and the other thing is they kept posting that 92 on this shirt, and you take 9. Okay, you get to the numbers. 92 is 911, 911. Watch it. They show Snoop Dogg again. The shirt says 1924, but look, it says 92. So what is that? 9/11. 9/11. And they're in New York and they're kicking down buildings, but they changed this video because he actually kicked down more videos than they actually were kicking down all the videos. They were kicking down all the buildings. They're kicking them all down. So it's like it's crazy. So ODD, shout out to you. I hope you listen to this and maybe you do a rethink. And if we could find the original video of this where he's kicking down the buildings. I know it's sad. I know it's going to get people upset, but I think it has to come out. Like, I think it should have been part of that pre-programming video from ODD. I watched so many ODD videos, I can't even tell you. And then I know I always promote his songs. His new song is awesome. His new song is, man, that song that he put out a couple weeks ago. I listen to that every day. I try to share that once a day, and I try to share his other one that I like a lot too. I know he knows which one. So right there, you can catch out Vlad Brad right there. He does a great podcast. Look at that. That's Rob Skiba. Rob Skiba. I don't turn everybody on to Rob Skiba right away. Rob Skiba is one of those ones, like I said, Nimrod. Yeah, see, that's what he's one of the Titans. I do turn people over to Rob Skiba once they. I usually turn them over to ODD TV, J Dreamers, RBF. You have to be like, see, this is the new video from ODD. Man, this Tony Mac, he gets down. I don't know where he's from. ODD's from right here in Colorado. He's right where I'm at. We haven't met up, but he actually was at one of my events, but I really didn't know who he was. This was 2 or 3 years ago. He showed up to one of my events. They were like, ODD TV's here, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. But I didn't even meet him because I didn't know who he was. It was like 3-4 years ago or something. So I'm gonna end this, guys. I hope that like I said, it was just a thoughts and theories, and like I said, I didn't go on last week, so I had I felt like shoot, let's just knock it out since I slept early, went to bed early, I woke up, you know what I mean? So sometimes that happens. Sometimes I pass out early and I wake up earlier because I wake up at 5, but sometimes I'll wake up at like 1 or 2 in the morning and I'll be up all day. I don't know. I got a weird schedule. I got to get, since the jam, I got to get the jam back. When I come back with the jam, I got to get used to being up all night again. Because the jam I do from like 12 to 5 a.m. And I really push it at 2 o'clock because a lot of people that get out the bars on Saturday night, I know they're listening to me. They tell me, they call me, what's up, man? What's up? Play this for me, play that for me. So I'm like a radio station for everybody. On Saturday nights, guys. Saturday nights it goes down. It's gonna go down with IKE DIAZ of the jam on KBLP LLC. IKE DIAZ live right now. Make sure you check me out. So make sure you tune into this videos when I put out these IKE DIAZ lives. Tonight was episode vlog 13. Vlog 13. So I've been at this a couple months just on this channel. So I'm like, that's not very long, but because like I said, this other guy said had like 4,000 or something. I know on our original channel we're at like almost 10,000. So it's a lot. Like on our other channels, like 10,000. I don't want to talk about like how they jacked us on subscribers. They took all kinds of people off. Like we had a lot of subscribers, and these were all real subscribers. They subscribed to us, so they're real, right? And they took a bunch of people off from all of our channels. My my music channels, I already told everybody I had 68,000 and 45,000. I screenshotted it, and now I have like 20 on one and 15 on the other. That's how bad they did us. It was crazy. They took my channels completely down. They took them off, and then they put them back up. After I sent them an email, I was like, why are they off? And then I sent them an email saying why they took away 68,000. I had built that up to 68,000 subscribers and 40-some thousand. And that's when I gave up on YouTube. And then something happened. Our main channel, it just started blowing up because they put full videos out of it, and it started blowing up. So I was like, shoot. something's going on here. So I jumped on that. We started promoting the YouTube a little more than we normally do. But I'm gonna go ahead and knock it out right now, guys. I got some work to do. It's already. I know people are gonna be up right now listening, so people are gonna listen to it late. But late's better than nothing. So my thoughts, my theories. Like I said, I'm not fighting with any of the other broadcasters. They did that on their own. That was their own fight. I was just in the conversation for some reason. I get into those conversations every once in a while, so there's nothing I can do about it, guys. I believe in giants because, like I said, we live amongst them. I'm not using Facebook for Facebook Live no more. Watch me still use it and then be all disappointed again. And then the moon, like I said, go out there and film it. I got so many videos. I got like 2,000 videos, guys. That's how much I film it. You know, lately I've only been filming the moon for like 10, 15 minutes, but I used to film the moon for I used to do a time lapse with the moon and go all night with it. Like I'd start at 10 o'clock and I wouldn't get done till 4 in the morning. Like I would just do the time lapse all night. That's how much video I got of the moon. And I think the moon is the breaking point for flat Earth. I think that once they drop the news about the moon that we can't get to it, or we never will get to it, or we never have got to it, I think it's just gonna all open up. It's gonna open up the floodgates. My theory, my thoughts. That's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about anybody else. Not saying anything else. I just think it's going to open up the floodgates, and you're going to see giants, and you're going to know that flat Earth is real. You know what I mean? I just think that some people got to look into it a little more. Like once you go through the school system and you get out, and that's when you realize that you're part of the system. If you realize it. Some people don't realize that they're part of the system. And then if you do realize you're part of the system and you step out, you end up like me. Once you're out of that system, once you like I was telling the guys that night we did the podcast, I stepped out of it. Like they're in it, right? And they don't understand it. And I completely stepped out of it. I'm outside looking at it. I'm looking at the system. I'm looking at how the system works. You know what I'm saying? And it's all crazy. It's not like we thought it was. You know what I mean? But I got another theory, and it's part of the Mandela effect. But I'll use it I have to do it on the next one because it's a long one. The Mandela effect. The Mandela effect is crazy. It's crazy. If you look into the Mandela effect, just look it up. Just Google it. That way you know on the next broadcast when I talk to you about it. You understand what I'm talking about. So sometimes I might get a little ahead. If you're ahead, if you know a lot about flat Earth, listen to Robsky. But he breaks it down completely. But he breaks it down through the Bible, and he breaks it down scientifically. So, but I would listen to him. I would check him out. I would check him out because he does really good. See, this is where I want to chat at, and I always end up chatting in there. I know everybody goes to chat, but this part works right here too. When you come over here, I don't know. Yo no say. Yes, say. At least we're here. We're here. Another day, another dollar. No, I don't ever say that crap. Look at that. Is that TWD? The Walking Dead? Yeah, make sure you check it out. The brand new season with Denise Harris and Michelle Auger. I'm pretty sure Michelle Auger's on there. They get deep in TWD. I used to be deep in TWD. I used to do the broadcast every week, me and Julie. And then Denise and Michelle came and took it over, and they do really good. All the podcasts, like I said, all the podcasts are great. You got to tune into them. You got to check them out. I'm getting a little hungry, guys. I want to go make you something to eat real quick. and I got some work to do. So I'm going to end this. If you have any thoughts to add it to it. I know, like I said, we're going to get a lot of listeners later. I don't, it's because I did this early morning thing, and I think it's throwing people off because I usually go on like about 9 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night, and I went on at 3:30 in the morning, Denver time, East Coast time 5:30. So they're probably at 7:30 by now. But everybody have a good night. IKE DIAZ live. Make sure you check me out once a week. It's gonna go down. I'm gonna have at least one time a week. So make sure you check it out. Could be a 10-minute show. It could be a 2-hour show. It could be a 4-hour show if we got a guest. I don't know. Like I said, like tonight was only gonna be 10, 15 minutes, and look how long it's been. We went on at 3:30. So I get down for you guys. Turns into a good time. We have a really good time. IKE DIAZ live. My grandpa, Jacob, Angel, my brother, my wife, my little daughter. Had some good times in my life. Some good times, man. Some good times. Have a good night, guys. Thank you.